Hey everyone, Chris here, your mentor at the Lorcana Tutor. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I manage my collection of cards and giving you some tips on managing yours. If Disney Lorcana is your first TCG, you may end up with a lot more cards than you ever thought you would ever have, and trying to figure out the best way to keep them all organized and not just piles on your desk or in your office, I think can be really helpful and really important. Now, there is no correct way to collect cards. I think every person has their own relationship with the game. So I'm just going to kind of show you mine and maybe give you some tips if you collect it in a different way. So for me in Lorcana, I am a player first. I do like to play competitively, and it's really important for me to feel like I have all the cards that I need at any time to be able to build a deck, make changes as I see fit. So for me, my goal with every set is to collect a play set, so that means 4 of each cards. So that way, if I need to add in a new card, I can do that really easily. So for me, I keep all of my cards in these big binders. Now, a lot of binders are typically 9 pockets. These ones are 16. They're by a brand I think called rarity. I'll put the Amazon link in the description below. But these are 4x4, so you can see your full play set. Really, really nice. Now I think in total these can hold, I think the number was 1,024 cards. Now there are 204 cards in every Lorcana set, and 4 times each one of those is 816. So this has way more pockets than needed. But it's just a nice way to kind of visually see the whole set. Some of these cards that are missing are either in a deck that I have, or maybe I just don't have the cards yet. But my goal is to fill out this whole binder with all of the cards I need. And again, this is really just more for doing play sets. If you're just interested in collecting like a master set, one of each card, maybe you're doing, a non-foil, a foil, and something else, you can just do a regular 9-pocket binder. These are around, I think, like $50, $55. Again, for me, it's worth it just to have everything all in one space, being able to see the 4x4. We're already spending enough money on cards. We might spend a little bit more to keep them very, very safe. I've been happy with this brand. I found, or someone at my local game store found these little tags for each set. So on each binder, I have one for each set, and I use these to at least tell them apart. I had memorized the colors at a certain point, but it's just easier having the nice tags here. One of the ways I've thought about maybe changing it is to do a binder for each color. So maybe this is Ruby, and I have all of my Ruby cards from set 1 onward in this one binder. I was doing the math. You could fit about 7 sets worth of a color in any one of these binders, and the benefit for that would just be deck building would be a lot easier. So if I knew I was going to build a Ruby Amethyst deck, I'd get my Ruby binder, I'd get my Amethyst binder, and pull out the cards I need. Where right now I have to go, okay, this card's from set 2, let me go get this. Oh, this card's from set 3, let me go get my set 3 binder. But again, there's no right or wrong way. It's just figuring out what you need, and for me this works really, really well. So again, Amazon link will be in the description for these. If you've bought any cards before, you probably have a lot more bulk than you need. So what I like to do is at least buy 1 trove every set. So this is a Shimmering Skies trove, and I use this to store all of my bulk. So what I consider bulk to be is any commons and uncommons. So I'll use the color dividers provided, and in here I have all of the cards sorted by the set number, and the multiples all go in a singular penny sleeve. So here I just have all of my turbos. I keep them in a penny sleeve just so that they're all together, and then that way I know, oh, if I need to build a second deck and I've already used some of the commons and uncommons in there, I know that they're all in one spot. I don't have to keep going through. It takes a little bit of time to organize it like this. I really like the organization of this. I do this for every set as well. And again, it being in the numerical order at the bottom here is kind of my goal. Shimmering Skies made it a little bit more difficult because it used to be alphabetical was numerical, but then they changed it, so you're kind of just looking at the number more. But this is how I organize all of my bulk. And it's been really helpful for me. I'm able to find stuff really quickly, and it's nice too because my friends that maybe don't play as much can look through, and all they're seeing is just the one card, and then they're like, oh, I like that card. I can pull out multiple at once, but you're just kind of seeing all the stuff that you need. So again, I have all of those for one set. The troves, I think, are a really, really great way to organize all of your extra cards, all of your bulk. And if I have any extra higher rarities, so this is rare, super rare, or legendary, I have a little portfolio here. This is one of the Lorcana official ones. I love the art on this. And so here I keep all of the extra cards in this binder. So the way I have it organized is just by rarity. So I have all my legendaries at the front, some of my super rares in here. If I have multiples, I kind of just do what I did before, keep them all in one penny sleeve. I have so many Pongos. But I'll keep them all in one penny sleeve, and then if that way someone wants to buy like a play set or something like that, they're all just in one area. And then, you know, super rares, then I get to my rares. I kind of like to put the more important ones up at front, but that really only works at one, or like when you first set it up, then you add more cards to it and it gets a little bit tough. But so this is like my trade binder. Any rares and above I will put in here. Now the last thing, or last type of cards that I like to organize are my foils. So personally, I'm not a huge foil collector. I know some people are, and I think that that's awesome. If I do have any like playable foils and I'm not able to trade them, then I will put them in a deck, but they're not my first priority. But what I do here is I have all of my foils in this trove. So I just have a trove set aside just for my foils. I used the rarity cards that came out of the Ursula's Return trove. I think for me, this is the most applicable application of these. I was really disappointed when they didn't do the color ones. The color ones are by far more convenient for what I do. But here I have each card in its own penny sleeve just because the foils carry a little bit more financial value. So I like giving them their own protection. I don't have multiple in the same sleeve like I did for the other ones. Each foil gets their own penny sleeve. So here on this right side, I have all the uncommon, or the commons. And then here I have all of my uncommons, all of my rare foils, and then super rares. I don't, do I have legendaries in here? I think normally I'll put my foil legendaries in the trade binder just because those are a little bit more valuable, but you'll see here all of my super rares. And then just for fun, I have a couple of enchanteds that I pulled from Shimmering Skies in here. I have a couple of other ones in my office, but they're in their own little like protective cases and things like that. But so yeah, this is just a breakdown of how I like to organize my cards. There's no right or wrong way to go about organizing them. This is just kind of what works for me. Playing other trading card games, I played Magic a little bit, and not starting from the beginning, my collection was just everywhere. I still have piles and piles, just trying to do it by set when there's so many sets are a pain. But with Lorcana starting around set 1, it's been nice to have, you know, these troves to keep everything in by set, and keeping it organized and as tidy as possible. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please leave a comment, leave a like. If you can subscribe, that would be great. And I'd love to hear some more ideas from you if there's any videos that you'd like to see in the future. Thank you so much.